What's going on, guys? Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading tonight. Let's go ahead and check in with the Divine Masculine Collective. I'm getting the energy of tossing and turning. Okay, so can't sleep. Okay, many of the masculines may be up late at night. Universe, please provide clarity for those who will find this message. What's going on with the masculine collective? Okay, so we do have contracts, career, commitments. Okay, so that could be contributing to a lot of the heavy energy that many of the masculines are feeling. I'm getting stuck in certain karmics or contracts or certain commitments. And we're also getting the energy of Saturn. Okay, some really tough lessons for your divine masculines to go through. Can we get some clarity around these types of contracts? What kind of lessons are the masculines up against? Okay, so we have the energy of summer, the sun, growth. Okay, something that requires courage. I feel like whatever this contract is, whatever karmic lesson this is, they may not be able to see that it's a soul lesson that's going to teach them a lot. Instead, I feel like this masculine is staying stuck or letting a lot of the stagnant energy with this karmic situation get the best of them. So many of you could be picking up on a lot of irritation, a lot of short temper, things like road rage. I feel like a lot of the divine masculines are going through this because of, like, it kind of seems like shifts or something wanting to shed or some kind of cycle wanting to close off. So it's like they're recognizing some kind of karmic situation as bringing out the worst out of them. Okay, and higher self activation is coming up because as that part of them recognizes they're maybe with somebody or in some kind of contract with, it could be a group of people, it could be a single person, it brings out the worst in this divine masculine, and I feel like they're being called to release it. Okay, and for many of you, take it how it resonates, but whatever this is, they're being called to release it because a part of them needs to activate. I feel like there's a part of them that's shifting timelines almost, or like, okay, a lot of your masculines, since they've met you, it doesn't matter if you guys are going through a separation or not, but they're seeing deeper sides of themselves. It's almost like they're seeing parts of you in themselves, or it's like you two mirror each other in a way. They see good in you is what I'm getting, divine feminine. Okay, and whatever they see in you, it makes them want to break apart from whatever karmic cycle this is. And I feel like there's a lot of friction because maybe the divine masculine's rapidly changing ever since they've met you, and it's causing a lot of turmoil here. But if your masculine is silent or they're tossing and turning at night, they could be silent on you. I feel like it's because ever since meeting you, a lot of this growth has started to occur, but it's coming in the form of tower moments. Okay, the dark night of the soul for a lot of your masculines. Okay, they don't know how to differentiate between this awakening, this higher self-activation, and just stress. Okay, feeling anxiety, feeling like whenever they come near you or there's connection to you, all of a sudden, you know, there's chaos or all hell breaks loose. So don't be surprised again. Yeah, they could be silent at night, backing away, not really wanting to communicate. We have lack, suffering in the past. Something about what I'm getting is regret also with this card here, because I feel like with higher self-activation, they were told to leave this a long time ago, or it's been a repetitive thought to leave somebody behind. Okay, it was like a karmic debt. And I feel like somehow you showing up in their life was a sign or some kind of symbol of letting this other situation go, and they hesitated on doing that. I feel like some of you met your divine masculine right at that time when they were about to exit a certain situation, and they could have gone on a different path or started building on a different path, and they hesitated. And I feel like because they hesitated to make that decision then and there, they might have entered some kind of karmic loop with you as well as their divine feminine by returning back to something from their past. But by doing that, in the present moment, it's creating suffering. Okay, so I feel like a lot of your masculines can't sleep at night because the realization of being caught up in some kind of karmic cycle that they chose. I feel like that's the worst part of it for them, is that they chose it. They didn't foresee that they were going to end up in the same contracts, the same cycles, the same patterns. And I feel like they might have tossed you aside in the process. Okay, this is somebody who has a lot of regret for burning a bridge with you, Divine Feminine. They may not even know that, you know, you're still there in the background holding space or observing. But I feel like they're under a lot of stress right now. Whoever this masculine is, they could feel like there's an abrupt ending to the connection with you, and that they've been the cause of that. And then the worst part of it is that they ended up in a situation that they don't want to be in. It's taking from them. It's draining them in some way. Okay? They may not be able to see the transformation that they're about to go through with this higher self activation. I feel like there's something to do with longing for you or missing you that's motivating them to leave this situation behind. Also, too, I'm picking up on a lot of frustration and like pissed off energy with a lot of your masculines in these karmic situations, because it's like it means that they lost you or they fumbled you in some way. Okay, and though they should be taking accountability for themselves, I feel like a lot of this rage and a lot of this temper, this short temper, it's being geared toward the karmic energies right now. Okay, so that's why a lot of your masculines, they can't sleep right now, because there's a lot of anxiety that's being felt. They made a mistake, they messed up. They could be having a lot of flashbacks as well. If they don't have access to you, your energy, many of you may be at a distance and you're keeping it that way for now, because I feel like the separation between you two is just necessary. Somebody's learning a very valuable lesson, okay? And this has to do with you. Your energy as the Divine Feminine came in as a divine gift. They were almost out of a karmic situation. And, you know, let's see if we can get some clarity on why they fumbled this. Okay, there's definitely sabotage. Okay, they sabotaged this. Maybe they didn't feel like you were... It's this too good to be true energy. Okay, you came into their life and it was too good to be true. They might as well just choose this karmic situation in this loop, because at least they know what to expect. With you, they didn't know what to expect, and maybe the heartbreak would have been twice as bad, right? But I feel like, you know, they're waking up to a lot of these lessons. Many of your masculines are going to come back and express some kind of truth to you. Okay, and I feel like it's going to be after the summer passes. It could even roll into after the year passes, because right now is about wrapping up cycles. I feel like for many of you who will find this reading, the last few months, or I want to say like the last 6 months or the last year and a half, it's been regret energy that I've been feeling. Okay, particularly for this collective of masculines here who, like, they sabotaged the connection. They chose to leave something behind. I feel like there was nothing wrong with the connection other than just seeming too good to be true, right? I hate to use bad language, but it's like they really like fucked off on this connection. And that's just what I'm getting. It might just be their energy that I'm picking up on as they talk to themselves. I feel like that's what they're saying to themselves. Like, that self-talk is like, you really fucked this up, or you really fucked off on this. Sorry to curse. But that's just the energy here that I am getting. Somebody who's self-sabotaged, and now they're paying the price for it, because the karmic situation that they ended up in, I feel, is draining. It's either taking a lot of finances from this masculine. It could be taking a lot of time and energy. This connection is not going anywhere. It's not bearing any fruit. A lot of your masculines could feel like they're growing out of this karmic situation as they transform, as they move along this journey as well, just like you're moving along the journey, Divine Feminine. There's a lot of spiritual insight as well that's popping up into their mind. Many of them are outgrowing these karmic connections that they're in, because they're starting to realize it's a loop. Okay? They're not growing. They're not doing anything. They separated from you and chose something else, and many of them have to sit back and watch you bear the fruits of your own labor. Many of them are watching you be successful and achieve a lot of the goals and the dreams that they had in mind. They're watching you do it all on your own, while I feel like they're stuck in some kind of karmic situation. Again, that could be draining a lot of the resources and money that they've worked very hard to obtain or accumulate. Okay, and this might be part of the karma that a lot of the masculines are having to face for sabotaging this connection. And I feel like they might have hurt you in the process as well, just kind of making it very apparent that they chose another situation. A lot of them could have been very careless with your heart as well, Divine Feminine. Let's get some energy on the Divine Feminine. What did you bring to this connection with this masculine? What did you bring to the table? What did you bring into their life? Okay, that's way too many. Let us put it back. Just one or two cards, please, universe. Okay, so I feel like you brought the energy of truth because you forced the masculine to take off this mask, okay? And we also have honeymoon energy. And I feel like the honeymoon energy here really depicts a lighthearted energy, taking your masculine away from the cycles and bringing something more lighthearted to their space. A break away from the karmic cycles is literally what I'm getting out of this honeymoon card. They had a key, and I feel like you represent that golden key. It was a way out. You were trying to take them away from some kind of situation. Boats may be significant. Anchor signs may be significant. You were their anchor. You were sent as some kind of... They were praying for some kind of way out. You see these cards together here. Somebody was praying for a way out of a situation, and I feel like you were sent there. You were sent there to get them out of this situation. And I feel like this is really going to resonate for those of you who really poured into this connection with this masculine. I feel like somebody is paying a really heavy price for fumbling a gift, especially a gift that they prayed for. They prayed for some way out, and I feel like God gave the opportunity. The universe presented the opportunity in the form of the Ace of Cups. And they fumbled that. They spilled this cup right over, and they didn't even bother to pick it up. Okay, they let their doubts get the best of them. This deception, wearing this mask. Okay, here you have wearing the mask as well in this card. This was the deception I feel like many of you went through with the Divine Masculines. Okay, many of them wanted love, and then when it showed up, it scared the shit out of them, right? For many of them, it made them really arrogant, really cocky, okay? A lot of you came in the form of this beautiful gift where I feel like your energy was just really, really pure. Like, you know, when something seems too good to be true, or you mistake someone's someone's kindness for weakness, I feel like a lot of your masculines saw your energy, and it's like the light was so bright, or you presented yourself as so pure that they didn't want to go that route. It was too hard. It involved too much, right? There were a lot of easier opportunities. You made it hard. They'd have to clean themselves up spiritually. That was difficult for this masculine to do. Okay, they didn't rise to the occasion, and I feel like they're paying a price for not rising to the occasion. They were lazy with you. I feel like this Divine Feminine energy came to help this masculine take the mask off, and they thought that the assignment was too hard. And so many of you said, okay, parted ways, and now they're watching you achieve everything that I feel like they even had hopes and goals and dreams for. Okay, so I feel like that's the gist of it. If many of you are wondering why it is your masculines can't sleep at night, tossing and turning, many of you may significantly wake up around 3 a.m. I'm hearing things like worst case scenario, feeling things slipping through their fingers. Somebody's missing out on, I feel like, building with you. They're wanting the same things that you offered, I feel like, years ago. You know, it seemed too safe. Maybe it even seemed boring. You know, what they maybe weren't telling you is that, listen, I don't want to man up like that. That's too much responsibility to be with somebody like you. I just want to have a good time. I want the easy life. And I feel like the easy life that they chose now, in hindsight, that lifestyle is draining everything that they have in order to keep up with it. Okay, and now I feel like they have to watch you have a lot of this stability. So many of your masculines, they're going through a major transformation right now. I feel like your soul came in to teach them a very valuable lesson, but it's at that point where they're learning the painful part of that lesson. It's like yet to transform into this butterfly experience. Right now, it's like that painful cocooning, kind of hermiting, hanged man energy. Okay, can't eat, can't sleep. A lot of thoughts running through your mind, trying to put things into perspective. Many of your masculines could be watching you, and it's so painful to just watch you without being able to reach out and say hello. It's like you're right there, yet so far. Okay? So I don't know who this was for, but I hope it finds you well. You guys take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next one, okay? Good night, guys.